Big T to the G, man, who you think it gonna be? And today, we delve into the gripping case of Alexee Trevizo, a 20-year-old who has been at the center of a high-profile legal battle following the tragic death of her newborn. This case, which has captivated the public and media alike, involves charges of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. We'll explore the latest developments, key events, and the significant legal and social implications surrounding this trial. If you're not familiar with Lexi and her case that made national headlines, I reported on it last year when it happened. If you are familiar with the case or already seen the video, go ahead and skip to part 2. Early January in New Mexico. For any typical 19-year-old young woman, thoughts of going back to school, texting friends, or just tired of being with family for winter vacation will be what you would expect. But on the 27th of January, stumbling through the emergency room screaming in pain, Alexee Trevizo had more than missing prom on her mind. Alexi initially came into the emergency room complaining of severe back pain. While waiting for a nurse to check for paperwork, Alexi would ask to use the restroom. In between the time Alexi would be in the restroom, the nurses would check on her and ask if she was okay. But when Alexi finally exited the bathroom, a nurse would remark it looked like a scene from Hostel. Seeing so much blood and being afraid for Alexi's life, she would be rushed upstairs for treatment to initiate life-saving techniques. A little after that time, the same nurse would summon an orderly to clean the restroom. For obvious reasons, the orderly began cleaning immediately and expeditiously. Upon cleaning the murderous scene, the nurse went to dispose of the trash in the wastebasket. And after picking up the whole bag, she noticed it was way too heavy. Placing the bag down and opening up to see what was inside, and Alexi's doctors alerted the authorities immediately of what Alexi had done and were on the way. Alexi's mother and doctors were questioning Alexi about the amount of blood and the lack of cuts on her body. Alexi would lie repeatedly about everything until the discovery in the downstairs bathroom. What was discovered was that Alexi had carried a baby to a full term of 9 months and delivered that baby in the bathroom and threw it in the trash bin. The baby was also rushed to ICU for life-saving measures, but to no avail. Body cam from the police officers on scene would make Alexi and her unborn baby story viral in the fact you can hear and see Alexi tell her mother, "I threw it in the trash."
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Alexi, I told you about this.
Alexi's mother would be escorted out of the room, and Alexi would be airlifted to another hospital because of her injuries. The story looked like it would be forgotten about until the authorities of New Mexico drafted an arrest warrant for Alexee Trevizo. On May 10th, Alexi would be arrested for first-degree murder and taken to the precinct where she obtained high-profile lawyer Gary C. Mitchell, who fiercely maintains not only being unaware of her pregnancy, but a victim as well. In another shocking twist that my channel is known for, the judge allowed Alexi's release, facing her upcoming trial with no restrictions. That's right, Alexi can still go to school, not check in with an officer, not wear an ankle monitor, not submit to any chemical testing, nothing, at the time of this video. As the case progressed, significant legal maneuvers regarding the evidence admissibility had surfaced. One of the pivotal aspects of the trial has been the debate over which pieces of evidence will be allowed in court. The district attorney has appealed to decisions about what evidence is admissible, which could have a profound impact on the trial's outcome. The prosecution is pushing for the inclusion of Trevizo's statements to hospital staff and law enforcement, which they argue are crucial to proving her intent and actions leading up to and following the birth of her child. However, the defense contends that some of these statements were obtained under duress and without proper legal representation, calling into question their reliability and fairness. Adding to the complexity is a recent motion filed by Trevizo's legal team to suppress certain evidence that they claim was mishandled or improperly obtained. This includes the hospital surveillance footage and medical records, which the defense argues were collected without appropriate warrants or consent. The state Supreme Court has intervened to resolve these disputes, especially given the high stakes involved. The admissibility of Trevizo's testimony and related evidence will be critical in determining whether the jury hears the full context of her actions and state of mind during the incident. Trevizo's defense has always been active outside the criminal case. They filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Artesia General Hospital, alleging that the hospital's actions directly contributed to the newborn's death. This lawsuit argues that the hospital staff failed in their duty of care, particularly by administering morphine to Trevizo, despite knowing she was pregnant. Public reaction to these decisions has been intense. A Change.org petition has launched demanding stricter measures to prevent Trevizo from pursuing a career in fields such as nursing or social work, given the charges against her. This petition reflects a broader concern about public safety and ethical standards. This is the update on the Alexee Trevizo case. This is a complex and multifaceted legal battle that continues to unfold, with significant legal questions about evidence admissibility, ongoing public debate about the appropriateness of her pre-trial release conditions, and a wrongful death lawsuit against the hospital. The outcome of this trial will have far-reaching implications for years to come. As the trial date approaches, all eyes will be on the court to see how justice will be served in this tragic and highly contentious case. Stay tuned for further updates as we continue to follow this critical story. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more updates.